Perfect. Perfect. All right, so it's Good Friday today, 2021, and it's time to give the Stagea a birthday. So we got rack ends, turret ends, and drive shafts for the front. So if anyone's playing along at home and wants Series 1 Stagea, use your part numbers. There's one of the rack ends, Ford Telstar, that's promising. There's the other one, also Ford Telstar. Very promising. And then these are the drive shafts. So this one is the driver's side, I think. And then this is the passenger side. Anyway, jack the Stagea up, slap all this crap in, and hopefully it doesn't want to kill me anymore. Right, we've just pulled off the driver's side. As you can see under here, bit of grease everywhere from the reefer drive shafts, but the most important bit, might not be able to see it, but you can definitely hear it. This ball joint is properly fucked, and this one is the second hand one I pulled off a spec subframe. I've got one that was in here, wasn't even designed for this car, so it was completely destroyed. Actually blown away half of this. Anyway, hopefully the new ones will fix that. The boot's still good, thankfully, so new rack end, new turret end, and we're good. Alright, that's the passenger side CV out. You can see this inside's split and that side's completely destroyed. So the hardest part about this is getting the damn hub away. So there's two nuts that hold this on, and then this is like a slip fit into the knuckle. So you beat the piss out of this and it all comes apart. And then disconnect this boy, get this one to drop, and then disconnect your sway bar inlet. So you're going to pull this one out far enough. This is grease everywhere, so we've got to clean this. And the other side's a little bit different. It's not too bad either. Alright, so we've got the drive shafts here. So obviously the clean ones are the new ones, and there's the old ones. So this just completely fell off, so I'm guessing a circuit is rattling around in there, which is great. This boot was destroyed, this boot is severed here. And then this one was coming apart. I mean, I put these together, I didn't do a very good job. So the boots don't look terrible on those, but because of these clamps, I did a shit job. The grease was getting out. So anyway, these are the new ones. They look like they're going to work, which is great. What won't work are these turret ends I got from Super Cheap. So that number's right, but that number's not. So this denotes the size of the hole on the end. So these ones are 12mm, the ones on my car are 14. So because it's Easter Friday today, or Good Friday, whatever, I'm not going to be able to take these back till tomorrow, and then I doubt they'll get anything until Tuesday. These rack ends are both right side ones. They seem to fit, and the tie rod ends fit on, you know, both racks. So I'm going to just go with whatever. Hope for the best. Those have got the same part number, so I'm guessing they're both right hand thread instead of one right hand and one left hand like some of mine. So fingers crossed that works. Otherwise these will have to go back as well, or at least one of them will. But yeah, so we'll finish slapping all these together. Use the old turret ends. I might see if I have another spare one for this driver's side, because that was pretty flogged. And yeah, slap it all back together. Alright, so it's a public holiday today, so I finally got 5 minutes to actually work on some junk. The Stagea's been running like crap. I got some new, well, second-hand, thanks Ben, coil packs. Turns out they're for like a Series 1 or whatever, so everything's different, so they don't plug in. But in the process, I worked out that the spring that's supposed to be in number 1 has just disappeared. Probably dropped it because I'm an idiot. So put a new little spring thing in there, so hopefully that works. I haven't checked it yet. Tomorrow I got to order tire ends from Nissan because Super Cheap, Bursons, Repco, the lot don't have what I need. I'm sure I could order it off Just Chat, but I'm stubborn. I'd like to get it from a local supplier, so I'll go to Nissan in my town and order those. It can be like $300. So, alright, so back here at Luke's today. Forgot to film the start of it, but we're changing the wheel bearing on the Stagea. So I basically took the top bolt out, the bottom 2 bolts that hold that lower ball joint in, and the brakes, all the mounting brackets for the brakes, the sway bar, and the shock. And then to get the actual hub out, you just hit it with a hammer on the back side to make with a socket that's the right size. Punch it out, then you get the hub. There's one of the bearings, there's another one sits on the other side. So this is just a bearing puller with some plates, still very precariously sat, but it is slowly working. So I'm just gonna hopefully blow this up. You can see these working. Probably gonna break these, look if I can hit me. It is not working. No, that's a worry. He's gonna fucking hate me. Oops, sorry buddy. And just like that, bearing pops off, just like every other one. So I used a little bit of heat on this bearing itself, just like 10 seconds worth of that, because it keeps cutting out this piece of crap. And, sorry Luke, I bent the press tool. It really bothers you. I'll bring it straight again. Anyway, that one's off, rip this off. Next one is the bearing race that's inside there, which would be fun. We'll get them off. Actually, there's 2 in there, oh god. We should be ready to put the new one in. So then the next step, get a dirty big hammer, rotate this around so it sort of hangs off the bench like that, and it locks in, hold it against your leg, line this bit up in the centre, and you beat the hell out of it. So let's see if we can do this videoing. Oh, look at that, nice try. That should pop the other seal, the other bearing out. And it's just 2 bearing races, which I'll be honest, I have no idea how I'm going to get out, so that'll be fun. Alright, I learned my lesson last time. I cleaned it out and had a look first, and we can see there is a circuit. Just here, so one side there, still a little notch in it. So we'll pick that out because these mate up perfectly in the middle. You can't even see the joint in the back. The camera doesn't put in a hole. Oh, there it is. So we'll have to press both of them out from this side. It looks like they might have circuit too. Yeah, it sure does. They both got circuits, so I'm just going to undo it from this side because it's kind of easier to get at, I think. But we'll see what happens. Alright, so the clip came out pretty easily. You can see it's got that little cutout. It works well, but I yanked on it too hard and bent the other one. So hopefully it doesn't snap when I bend it back. I've got spares, but I'm not too hard at this point, so fingers crossed. Alright, so pushing the bearing races out, I tried to do it with a hammer, but in the end the trick was you get the old bearing itself, put it back in, get a socket on top of that, because I didn't have anything that was wide enough to just catch the edge of the bearing race. I got a bunch of sockets stuffed in there and it's all crooked and shit. But it's a 20-ton press and it is moving it. So I've seen on some forums and stuff, everyone's like, oh, you need a 40-ton press, blah, blah, blah. This was a little bit strenuous. Like I was sort of getting to the point of like, oh, this bottom socket might not be the best one for it. It might let go, but it's starting to move, but it's moving quite freely. So I took both circuits out, top and bottom. So I'm just pressing it through the front now. And yeah, seems to be working well. Let's hope I don't run out of jack. Alright, so I got it out. I don't know why I thought it'd be 2 pieces. I'm a dumbass, I've seen the new one, it's 1 piece. But anyway, came out relatively easily. It stinks. I smelled it before and I can't remember what it is, but it's probably worse than before. Anyway, yeah, that was the trick. Just push them like that, put something in there and push it straight out rather than try and catch that very small lip on the edge there. Anyway, comes out either side, however you like. And yeah, 20-ton press was more than enough. Probably only needed 10. But I don't have a gauge on that one, so I have no idea. Anyway, the new bearing. So it's down here, and oh, nice of them to rip the sticker off. Yeah. Anyway, it looks just like that one. There's some part numbers on the seals. If anyone's interested, the same as that, as does the bearing. So, PVC, it's ready to go. It's right because I'm going to have to look on this tomorrow. Oh shit, it's different. Well, that's fun. Anyway, crap. This is a real problem. Let's see what we can pick up. Alright, so back to the car, and the bearing I got is wrong. So I've had to go up into the parts pile because Pete, my good mate, who sold me the engine for the Stagea, he hooked me up with the entire front and rear cradles for a great price. And so I've got endless spare parts, thankfully. So this is the knuckle off of that car. It's actually arguably in better condition than the one that I took off of the car. For example, look at this bolt, looks like brand new. Anyway, so I'm just going to slap this one on for now. The bearing feels okay, so we'll get them through at least another week or so, and then hopefully, what's today, Sunday, tomorrow's a public holiday, which is Monday, so on Tuesday my old man can go and grab or take the old bearing back to the bearing shop with the one they supplied me and a receipt, and then hopefully they can source a new one, and then I can get that by Thursday, and I can get back here Thursday night, swap out the bearing on that hub, slap it all back into this car, and then I can make my wheel alignment on Friday morning. I won't have to pull it all apart after I do the wheel alignment. So fingers crossed that goes ahead. But for now, we'll just smack this back in and go from there. Alright, knuckles all back together. All the brake lines and everything are on. This under bracket thing, whatever it's on, done now. So this does spin sometimes when the brakes aren't on, which is a good sign. So I'm hopeful that that will last a week. Now, If you remember, might have been a previous episode, might have been the same episode. It's chasing all the V-bead stuff, so the drive shaft's still good, rack end is good. The only thing that's different is that bead doesn't quite fit on this one, but I don't care. And then the turret end was the issue, so I went through like 4 different super cheap auto turret ends, and finally I sucked up and bit the bullet and went to Nissan directly, so I can't see anything. Anyway, about there we go. So this is the new one, and it looks identical to the old one as far as the shape and the height and the taper and everything goes. Just the boot's been squished in the old one. So this one's pretty good condition boot and ball joint, all things considered, but the other side is completely destroyed. So yeah, these are from Nissan. They're like 150 bucks a piece, and the part number, all those playing along at home, is that one. Now I'm still yet to find an aftermarket supplier of these in my local area, but Nissan still stock them and sell them plentifully, so that's the part number you want, and it doesn't come with the nut or anything like it. I know what you see this. So it comes in the hardware, even has some Japanese stuff, and the part numbers, which is cool, tells you what you get. There you go. So I'll open that one up and give you a look as well, but looks like it's ready to rip. Alright, here's a little piece of paper that comes with the nuts and whatnot. So I'm guessing that that part number there is the Japanese part number for Nissan. I don't know, but do what you want with this. I'm sure these three are relatively redundant. But yeah, that's what we've got. Nothing on the back. So I'll slap this in and put that in the spares pile because it's okay, and change the other side as well, and then hopefully get this fixed next week and we're off to the wheel alignment.